morning. Today is Valentine's Day. Today's February 14th. I have a week before I am leaving for a work trip, which is exciting. I love actually seeing my client. I love my people. This is an aside, but look at this super cute card that Eric got me. And I bought myself flowers because I knew I was going away just like a week after Valentine's Day. So I didn't want to get flowers on Valentine's Day, and granted, Eric probably wouldn't have gotten them for me anyway because the cats eat them, and that's just sad. I mentioned in my very first video that I am a biker, I am a swimmer, not a runner. I've also never done all of these sports at the same time, never done them all together, and I've never done such high intensity training across the board. Sure, in the summer when I go biking, I might do like 50 or 60 miles, but then I might just bike to the grocery store and not like be doing another 50, 60 miles multiple times a week. And I think that just in a lifestyle way, merging, what's the word I'm looking for? I think taking a tactical approach and kind of growing gradually, progressing. Basically what I have done is take the 25 week and I divvied it up into major blocks, where I'm still kind of viewing this first block as like, get really confident in the sports, know that I can do it. Specifically with swimming, it's just I feel so good in the water again that my confidence is way boosted. It's just a matter of getting in the pool multiple times a week now. Wash my hair after I swim. I think that's the major deterrent. But what I really want to say this week is a update about my knee. So the saga that began my journey to learning about what my knee issue is was that in October, I got into a cycling accident where I went over the handlebars, went into the ER, knocked out a tooth, kind of like had a lot of things going on. In the way that healthcare is, it's expensive, and I was already most of the way through my deductible, so I said, what of it? Let's just get through the deductible and let's start cashing in on some of that good health insurance. So I did go in to see an orthopedic knee specialist. He did the clinical adjustment, made sure that everything felt good. I did get an x-ray where I found out that I am part of the 8% of people that have a floating bone in the back of their knee. I did actually ask for these images so that I could put them on the internet, but maybe I will search for one that shows that like floating bone. Apparently 8% of the population has it, and it's just like a quirky thing. It doesn't do anything for us. Then, just because my pain has been so bad for over a year now, I did decide to go and get an MRI where I went into the tube. They actually put me in feet first, so I didn't have to go like my full head in. I was like right about my eyes was out, and I got to listen to country music, and they just told me to be very, very still. It took like 20-ish minutes, and I was so still that the image came out really, really clear, which is why I want the image to be able to put in here. But essentially what came back was that my cartilage is totally healthy, bones are totally healthy, which they knew from the x-ray. The muscles are totally healthy, but my ligaments have some inflammation where it's clear that my kneecap doesn't track perfectly, doesn't track 100% online, which is what my PT had always thought it was. So shout out to PTs. I think in the last video I said that they're not real professionals. I meant that they are real professionals. They know what they're talking about. I was just looking for a little bit more clarity, and I did get that. So I'm back to my PT plan. I printed out like 8 of these copies so I can like mark them up, but I've got things to do every single day. I've got things to do a couple times a week, and I've been really good about it since that MRI, getting that information back. Yeah, I love being organized. I love having things printed out So that feels good. And I'm just very satisfied with my experience of going to see this person who knew everything, could give me the confidence. They said there's no reason to stop training. There's no reason that I can't work through the pain. Getting an additional medical advice on that is definitely giving me a little more confidence that, like, on days that I'm running, if that is when my pain is happening, you know, do extra PT before, after, and take a pain med. And hopefully as I keep running and build strength, my muscles around my knee will strengthen and help that kneecap glide correctly. So that's the goal. Otherwise, it is the winter. It is middle of February, but there has been some really nice weather lately, like 45 degrees, 40 degrees. Heck, even 30 degrees feels really, really warm nowadays. So I have been getting out to go on walks, but I am a slipper. I don't know what it is, like, in terms of my center of mass, but I slip everywhere. Even if I'm wearing like my good hiking boots just to walk down the street, I slip. So I'm not super confident in running outside, but I think winter needs to be over. I'm so excited heading into the spring. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, kind of in these blocks of time that I'm giving myself for training, is food. I think I've been doing a really good job with my food. I've definitely been prioritizing protein at every meal and most of my snacks, getting in protein. I am also prioritizing salads. I love salads. Eric calls them leaves because he just puts leaves on whatever he's eating. I like a real built salad, but in the winter, having fresh food is just so good. I think that's really important too. You know, I get a lot of fermented foods, like I love kombucha, love kimchi, stuff like that. I've actually been wanting to make pickled red onions because those are just so good and refreshing. But is that really fermented? I don't know. It's just vinegar with onions and some other stuff. But anyway, I really think that like fresh foods and fermented foods are great in the winter. I made a delicious pad thai the other day with miracle noodles that are actually 97% water, and then they're mushroom fiber. So tons of veggies, tons of tofu, tons of chicken. So good. Knowing that I'm going to be traveling, I know I'm going to be a little bit out of whack, but I do want to still prioritize protein. And I think understanding the thing that I can control while I'm away is going to be really important for me. And that is my supplements and my water. So I can still pack my supplements. I have a cute little pill pack. I can still be taking them every day, stay consistent. And then my water, to making sure that I'm drinking a couple full water bottles every day, especially while traveling. I feel like it is very easy when you're out of your routine in a physical way to get out of your routine all the way around. So I'm very excited because I have some very exciting videos coming up again. I have like very clear visions for what I want. And I think that's like the fun of starting to create something where I'm like journaling most of the time, but then I don't have to share every journal. I can kind of like decide what I want to curate. Maybe that's what it's like to be a YouTuber. I'm just having fun with it. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me this morning. It has been the dream. This journey is really the dream.